Every fly box needs a little bit of wean dog. This is a chironomid called the wean dog because Brigham had an unfortunate flubber of words before we filmed this, and it stuck. Wean dog it is.
Dude, that's a big brown.
So this chironomid here, called the wean dog, we've been fishing this one for a little bit. It's like commemorative after Brigham's favorite food, the old hot dog. We're just going to call it the wean dog, and that is what this chironomid is called. Anyway, it's a simple one. You need to stop churching up your chironomids, people. Just kidding, it's super fun to do that. But this is going to be a real simple one with a little hot spot that I think you'll like. Anyway, the body on this is just flex floss, and it's claret color. And I'm going to just jam that down in this bead. You can use whatever curved shank hook you like. You can put gills on this if you want. No big deal. But I like this flex floss from Foley Mill in this color because it's nice and claret, a super fishy stillwater color. So I'm going to put a good amount of tension on that as I wrap it back. And then I'm just going to come back up here and attach some small silver wire. And we'll wrap that back. The old wean dog can be fished under indicators. It can be fished on a midge tip line. It can really be fished a bunch of different ways, but I'm going to have Brig put some music on or something because this part takes a little bit. I'm using 12-aught thread from Semperfli, which is 70 denier, and I do want to build up a little bit of a taper to get it to look right. So if you want to use their 8-aught thread, it will work great for this, or even their 6-aught, but I have 12-aught, and you just have to bear with me. Okay, so I have a good taper built up. I'm just going to stretch this flex floss, and I'll make a rib. Or not a rib, I'll just make the body. It's kind of flat-ish. You can wrap it on top of itself to create taper if you want. I like to use my hands instead of the rotary feature because as you see right here, it's a little bit thicker and I can keep a good tension all the way up and all the way around the hook with my hands. With rotary, I tend to overstretch the flex floss, but you figure out a way to do it probably better than mine, so just do what's easiest. All right, when I trim this off, as you can see, I put a few locking wraps in front of this after I tied it down. Now I can stretch it tight, trim it, and it will suck all the excess down into the bead, and there's nothing showing. Okay, because my hook eye is angling down here on this wean dog, I want to make sure that I put a little whip finish on here, otherwise the thread will slip over the bead. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to wrap it the opposite way that I wrapped the body material. Let's see, just kind of space that out. You can wind it however you like. And then we're just going to catch that wire. You can see how I kind of caught that at an angle so it crosses over that wire perpendicular. And then I'm going to bend the wire back, put a few locking wraps in front of this. And because I bent that wire back, there's a crease in it. And I should be able just to helicopter that off. And you can't even tell where that little butt end is quite. So one little last step, like you could just fish this as is, but this is what makes it the wean dog. Instead of just a normal old chironomid, we're going to put a little bit of flair to this. Everybody puts little orange cheeks on their chironomids. And I'm going to show you a pretty simple way to add a little bit of orange. I just have this Viva 70 denier thread. It's got a really nice orange color. And I've made a loop of it. So essentially what that does is I've got 3 strands of the thread. Sorry, I'm all fingers right now. I think that should be my catchphrase for all my videos, Brig. There needs to be a t-shirt. Sorry, I'm all fingers right now. All right, so I have a whole bunch of strands of thread, and I'm just going to flush that up. like that. And I'm going to fold that around my thread, and I'm just going to bring that up here, right where the head is, and keep that pulled down, and then just wrap back a little bit onto that. So it just makes a little tiny hot spot of orange on this. So I'm going to whip finish now. And after I whip finish, I'm going to trim those and kind of fluff them out, and you'll see what we're doing here. So as you can see, it kind of just fluffs out. It's going to move a little bit in the water. You know, those bugs just kind of have little micro movements as they're emerging toward the surface. So anyway, you can church up the wing dog with a little beard, or you can just fish it plain, eat it with ketchup, put it in the microwave. However Brig likes to eat a hot dog, this is how you can fish this fly.